success at home over the years. Does that make this not much worse, considering the success you've had and what was on the line, given you'd won tonight?
You always want to win. I don't care whether you're home or away. It doesn't really matter to me. Whether you win or lose at home or away, it always is tough. And the end of the season is always tough. And jump right into PSD, postseason depression. It happens after the season. It lasts for 2 or 3 weeks, and you try to regroup and get yourself ready to go mentally and physically for the next go-around. But it's one of those things where you just, the end of the season, regardless whether it's at home or away, there's only one team that doesn't lose the last ball game of the year. Whether you lose it here, you lose it on the road, you lose it in Omaha, wherever it is, it always stinks. It's always tough. So, to me, I'd like to have had a better showing tonight for sure. Like I say, I've been on both sides of these things. This is one of those games where it just started going in one direction, and it was very difficult for us to stop it. And you got to give UConn credit for that. And they just kept swinging the bats, and they hit some balls in the gap, and ran the bases aggressively. They got some good athletes, and like I said, I think they were a step more electric than we were tonight. I've seen us play like them. I've seen us play exactly like that. I felt like we were just a step behind tonight, and we started early in the game, and it was difficult to get it back, get control of the game back.
Richie, Coach reflected a little bit on the season, the second half of the season. Can you reflect on that too? That to even get to this point, you guys accomplished a lot.
Yeah, I think we reached a point in the season where we kind of, it was a gut check, when we had to say, either we're going to make this a season or we're going to fall apart here, and we battled tough, and the second half of the year, there wasn't a better team out there. And we were playing great baseball, we had confidence, and that's a tribute to the coach and all the guys being positive and optimistic. But we came up short, but we gave everything we had. I know I can say for me and all the guys, we left everything we had out on the field, and just things didn't go our way.
Jack, any comment? Nobody knows better than you the challenges of coming out of the Northeast and coming down, playing good teams in the South. They had a couple guys drafted in the first round tonight, and this is their first time they've beaten teams, from the South. You think this is a team that we'll see again in the NCAA?
I think so. They played well. They've got some live bodies on that team. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 guys really can run, and they got some guys that swing the bat. They had some relief pitching. Last night we saw some guys with some pretty good arms, and we saw a pretty good starting pitcher today, and the other kid was drafted in the first round. So I think they've got some athletes, and they're well coached. They were playing hard, and they had a really good year last year. They kind of came on the scene last year, and then this year they put something together in our regional, and unfortunately it was in our regional. They did play well the last 3 or 4 ball games. They lost the first one, and they didn't look very good in the first game, and then they got their act together and decided they were going to play, and we got in the middle of their momentum.
Couple more.
Jack, any comments on your seniors?
It's a great bunch of kids. All of our kids have a great deal of respect for this baseball team, because we were in a tough place at 14 and 12, and talked at 10 o'clock at night on the bus right down in that parking lot down there, and we made a decision, all of us, that we were going to approach the last part of the season a certain way, and it took some leadership, from the players and the coaches and everybody having the right frame of mind that we were going to do something with the season. And so I respect that part of it, and those kids were a big part of it. And I start naming names, I'll start missing somebody right now because my mind's not working all that well. But the kids that you saw out there on the baseball field, all of our seniors, and Chris Epps and Jeff Schaus have had great careers. And then you got Justin Surratt, who's just been a battler since the very beginning. Alex Fredericks coming into our program, been an outstanding, standing lead pitcher for us. And who else am I missing? Somebody help me?
Addison Johnson.
Addison Johnson, yeah. And so, he was a good part of our program. And so it's been it's been one of those things where these kids have always done a nice job for us and worked hard and been good leaders in our program. And so I have a lot of respect for them and what they brought to our program, brought to the table every day. And I'm sure they've taught some of these kids some good lessons along the way that will help them be a better team next year.
Jack, how big a factor
Hold
was...
on. You've got one over here. It's gonna be-
Jack, how much harder is it out of the Northeast to get to this level?
It's hard. I've lived up there. I've played up there, coached up there. Things are a little different now. These kids are a lot more exposed to everything down south. There's more southern teams going up there and grabbing those kids to come out. So we have to really do a good job recruiting up there and work hard at it and try to keep some of those local kids, staying up there in the weather and so forth. And so they've done a good job with it. So obviously they've done a nice job. And we've gotten some kids that have either been overlooked by others or want to stay up there. But there's good players everywhere. It's not just like there's really good players down in the southeast. There's some good players up in the northeast. There's kids up here that know how to play, and they're tough, and they work hard at it. And we got some on our team. A lot of kids from Massachusetts, Connecticut, wherever up there. So it's just not. I don't think it's a regional thing where you got good players here, good players, only down here. And Jim's done a nice job with them. And they played well.
Last
Jack, where
question.
did pitching depth kind of rank on your list of concerns in this region?
What's that?
Where did pitching depth rank on your, list of concerns on your
Well,
list?
we showed up a little bit tonight. We didn't have a whole lot of depth going on. We had to use some guys in the last couple of games. And with Jonathan Meyer out, it hurt us a little bit. And kind of where we were at the beginning, middle of the season there when we were 14 and 12, and 4 and 8 in the conference. We had Brady and Leone out. And you missed one or two guys that are the key guys that throw pressure on everybody else in the course of the tournament. But Jonathan might have done a great job tonight, but we still had to score more than 1 run to win it. So one of the reasons we lost.
All right. Thank you.